Hi, my name is Jonathan Hicks, and this evening I'm joined by
Steve.
Amy.
Nathan.
And we've just finished playing Sakura, which is a game about moving around in, I think it's supposed to be the Emperor of Japan, is that right? We are painters. In fact, the game comes with some nice cards, and I quite like the artwork on the cards. Essentially, as you can see here, you're kind of rushing to be the closest person to the Emperor because you're going to then paint his picture. The problem is, if you bump into him, then that's a terrible faux pas, and you're going to lose points, essentially. So it's simultaneous movement, but you're trying to get as close as you can to the Emperor without touching him. You kind of advance along the spaces through here. And the crucial spot is when he gets to one of these spots here and he stops to admire the cherry blossom. And when he's doing that, that's your chance to paint him. So the closer you are when he gets on one of the cherry blossom spaces, the more points you're going to get. So the closest person gets 3, then 2, then 1, then 1. And there's like 3 key points throughout the game when you get to paint him. And when he gets to here, that's kind of the end of the game. But in terms of how you play the game, everybody looks through their hands of cards and simultaneously picks one to play. So I might decide I want to play this one, so I put that face down in front of me, and then once everybody's chosen and placed the card face down, we all simultaneously reveal the cards, and then they happen in order of the number on the bottom. So I've played 6, which is quite early. Steve went for 43, we've got an 8 there, and Nathan went for a 20, so in fact my card is going to happen first. Now the yellow symbol means it's going to move the Emperor, so this moves the Emperor 1 space forward, so Steve's just moved it forward. And then the purple circle refers to you, so I was red in this case, so I get to move 3 forwards. Now the bridge effectively counts as 1 space, you hop over other people, so that's 2, and then 3. So now I'm really close to the Emperor, which is great if we're about to score, but if he bumps into me or I bump to him, that's really bad. So then it's going to be Amy's, so she's going to move the Emperor 2 spaces forwards, and then she's going to move 2 spaces forwards as well. And then who was next? It was Nathan. So he gets to move the Emperor forwards 1 or backwards 1. He can choose which
forwards,
one you're going to go for. Forwards, okay.
Back it's funnier.
And then this symbol means he moves as many spaces forward as he is positioned. So in this case, because he's third, there's 2 people ahead of him, so he gets to move forward 2 spaces, and he'll hop over them. So now he's in first. That's quite good for him. And then Steve was last. The Emperor's going to move back 1. And then he's going to hop over the next person in front of him, which actually hops him over everybody. So he's played that very well. So that's like 1 round. Then we discard all the cards. You kind of draw up to your hand limit of 5. You'd pick another card for the next round, and you carry on playing. So you just keep going round, trying to get as close as you can. But as you saw, there are cards that can move the Emperor backwards. So in this case, if the Emperor moves back into this person here, he's very offended. And this person moves back 3 spaces and loses a victory point. You have these little flower tokens to represent victory points. But then every time you get to one of these scoring spaces, you're gaining victory points from the supplier, as I say, according to the numbers. And when you get to the end, most points wins. What do we think?
It's nice. It reminds me the mechanics are moving like Gravwell. It probably plays a bit quicker than Gravwell, and it's potentially less swingy. You've got some nice cards, and the fact that each card does 2 things is quite nice, actually, because you can... And some of the cards have options. So Jonathan could have moved forward or back 3. So if moving forward 3 will bump her into the Emperor, well, he has to move back 3, and there's even further away. So those cards that can move plus the Emperor plus a -1 are very powerful because you can do people in. The very first round of the game, I can't remember who it was, they got hit twice by the Emperor on the second turn of the game.
That was me.
Someone moved the Emperor back into him, so he went back to the start, and then on his turn he moved into the Emperor himself as well. So it's quite funny. You get bits like that. It's just a nice little filler kind of game. It's good.
Amy?
Yeah, I also enjoyed playing. I was behind for a lot of the game, but tried to make a comeback at the end. I got 2nd place in the end, which not the end of the world, but if I hadn't have ended the game there, I know that I would have got way further off. Sort of with my score, I probably would have come last. But it was a nice filler. There's not too much to it. It's very simple, easy to learn. The art is really nice. I'd play it happily again.
Okay. Nathan?
Yeah, I thought it was good. It's quick. It's a short one. It's got some skill involved in what card you're going to pick, but also a bit of luck if you're not sure what other people are going to go for. So you've got to try and predict what other people are going to do with their cards as well. There is a small problem with it. I thought my hand got filled up with garbage cards that I could never use, and so it sort of affected... I was forced to play cards I didn't want to because of this.
Okay. Rating?
Give it a 7.
Okay. Amy?
7.
7.
Okay. I like it. It is very similar to Gravwell. It's shorter than Gravwell, though, which is nice. And it just feels a bit lighter because it's so quick, I suppose. And it's funnier in that sense because you're constantly, when you don't mean to, you end up bumping into the Emperor again and you get knocked back and you're losing points. It just happens a lot. But because it's so unpredictable in one sense, you really don't care. It's sort of fine. But once you get better at it, there is a certain amount of strategy, not very much, but whereas they're saying you can pay attention to what other people are doing, what is he likely to play? But obviously, as Nathan says, it depends on the cards you've got in your hand, and that's a bit unpredictable. So it's fun. It's a nice light filler. I would give it a 7 out of 10 as well. All right, thanks for watching. That was Sakura.